friends, it is Kate here. Thank you so much for jumping on my channel and joining me for a class today. I have got about a 20-25 minute beginner yoga class. It is all about relaxation and getting a little twist to help that lumbar spine, our low back. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, roll out your mat, and let's get started. We'll begin in a comfortable seated position on our mat. And as mentioned, this is a great class for you to use a block, a blanket, a bolster, whatever you've got. If you want, you can take that block or any sort of thing to help prop you up and bring it underneath your sitting bones. If you don't have one though, makes no difference. It's really all about what works best for you and your body. Wherever you are though, find that nice easy seat, cross the legs, have them extended if that feels better, but either way, let your hands rest on the top of your thighs and just take a moment here and lightly close your eyes. If you don't feel comfortable with that, of course you can keep them open. Remember, no one is looking at you. But I want you to sit up tall and straight just for a moment. Just take this time to notice what's going on in your body. Do you feel any tension, any resistance in any muscles or joints? Is your mind running around in your head? Wherever you are, just take a long sip of air in and a big, easy sigh out. 2 more just like that. Big, full inhale. Nice big breath out. 1 more time. Let it go. And throughout the rest of class, just let those breaths come and go as easy and freely as possible. And every time you inhale, think about elongating the spine. Think about growing taller through the top of your head. And as you exhale, feel grounded, feel sturdy and secure, sitting tall on your mat. You can, of course, keep your eyes closed, but if you want to flutter them open, that is fabulous too. Let your fingertips dangle down by your side. Inhale, reach them up overhead, keeping your gaze forward right now. Exhale, flip the palms, press them down by your sides. Again, inhale, float the fingertips up. Exhale, press them down. Find that length in your spine. Last one, inhale, take the hands up over the head and pause. I want your shoulders to really soften down the back. Don't think about shoving them down, but merely letting them fall to the floor. Almost imagine gravity pulling your shoulders down while you are reaching your fingertips up. From here, inhale, take your gaze up to the sky towards the fingertips. Exhale, bring your gaze right back to center. Again, inhale, take your gaze, your nose up to the sky. Exhale, right back down. 1 more time, inhale, take the gaze up and hold for a moment. Find that length from your sitting bones connected to the mat or your prop. And imagine those fingertips reaching, fluttering, floating up to the sky. As you exhale, flip the palms, press the hands down. Go ahead and tuck your chin to your chest. Fingertips can come to the ground or back to your thighs if that feels better. But either way, wherever they are, think of pressing down into the ground or into your thighs and elongating your cervical spine. As you barely tuck your chin into your chest, imagine the very back of your head reaching up towards the sky above you. Take 1 more breath here. And then just bring your hands to the tops of your thighs and let's find a lovely little seated cat and cow. Just still waking up our body, giving it a little extra love, a little extra attention. And then slow that down. Press your palms into your thighs once more. Sit tall, sit straight. And then inhale, both hands lift high over your head. As you exhale, I want you to twist to the right. Right hand will go back, left hand forward. Now, if you're at more of a kind of a diagonal sort of an angle than a straight parallel line along your mat, that's okay. Everybody's spine is a little different. Every day may feel different. If you're repeating this, you may notice something different from yesterday, and that's okay. Inhale, both hands lift. Exhale, take your twist to the opposite side. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, twist. Once or twice more to each side, remembering you can always go a little faster, a little slower. You can repeat things or hold even when I don't. This is about what feels good for you. Now this time let's twist to the right and stay. Expand your fingertips side to side. Notice those sitting bones touching the mat. Have you kind of let one fall away, or is one pressing in deeper? I want them to feel even. Now from here, allow your right hand to touch the ground behind you. You can either tent the fingertips or plant the whole hand down, but either way, let's circle our hand right here. Circle your arm. Now your chest may move a little bit, or you might keep this exclusively in the shoulder. Really, whatever feels good in your body is absolutely fine. After we've done one or two big circling motions going in one direction, go ahead and flip that. Take it in the opposite direction. Circle it around. Put a smile on your face as you find those lovely big stretches in your body. And then eventually bring yourself all the way upright. Unravel both hands up. Exhale, twist to the other side, and same thing. Hand can come down. It can be really close to your hip, or you could reach it further behind you. But either way, let's find those lovely circles again. And notice that while things can be different from day to day in our body, things can also be different side to side. You're not always going to feel even. Reverse when you feel ready, and know that you could always stay in one direction. You know, if that first direction felt so good and you want to hold there and keep circling around, that's fabulous. Find what feels good in your body and just do that for yourself. Reach that hand up, unravel when you feel ready. And then one more time, we're going to twist to the right, set your right hand down, and just simply lift the left hand up. Now you can keep that hand right here, or sometimes it feels nice to bring it behind my head to support my neck. And I like to think about rolling the shoulder and puffing my heart and chest up. For me, this feels delightful on my chest. It might feel a little sensation, a little bit too much on the shoulder, and you can always come out of it, or maybe just set yourself up a little bit higher. That's a fabulous little modification, but it's all about what works for you. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to curl yourself around and find a gentle forward fold, both hands behind your head. Now, this is not about shoving your head close towards your ankles, but simply rounding through your spine. Imagine you've got a great big beach ball here, and you're just draping yourself over that beach ball. Take a big inhale. Easy breath out. Roll yourself all the way up to a nice, lovely seat. Unravel the hands, reach them high. Take that twist to the left. We'll do the exact same thing to the other side. Set your hand down. Lift the left hand high. Now again, you can stay here, or once more bring your hand behind your head to support your neck as you then roll your shoulder and puff your heart and chest up. Notice what feels different from one side to the other. Do you want to be completely still here? Do you want to find a little extra movement in your body? Wherever you are and whatever feels good, just listen. Take a breath. As you feel ready once more, roll and round forward again, noticing how this second little forward fold feels. Is your weight closer towards the top of your mat, or are you hanging back behind you? I'm not saying there's a right or a wrong, but simply noticing what's going on in your body as you do this can be very telling. Can give you some information that maybe you didn't have before. Take a breath. Restack the spine, sit tall, sit straight, and release the hands. Now from here, we are going to extend our feet out in front of us. And if you felt good without a block or a bolster or something underneath your sitting bones when we were in a cross-legged position, but you want to use it now, again, go ahead and grab whatever you need. But we'll take our feet out in front of us. There can be a nice, easy bend in the knees. This is not about shoving the legs down, but I want you to press your hands onto the tops of your thighs, roll your shoulders back, and again, sit tall and straight. Even though this is a gentle, relaxing yoga class, I do want you to think about pulling your belly button in and drawing the ribs together. That can help us find some of that lovely posture and absolutely protect our low back. Big, deep inhale. Simple sigh out. Lovingly grab your right leg and pull it in. This might be enough for us, and you are welcome to keep your leg exactly right here. You can also cross it over that other leg. Now, I've got mine kind of closer towards my ankle. If it feels better to you to pull it up towards your hip, that is great too. But otherwise, again, bring your hands behind your thighs and lightly clasp those fingertips together. Roll the shoulders back and sit up tall and straight. Now, I'm imagining pressing my foot into the mat and almost trying to draw my sternum, my chest, towards the top of my thigh. And even though I am still lightly pulling my chest in, I'm still thinking about drawing my low belly in, keeping all those lovely abdominal muscles turned on so I can find some nice, strong engagement there. Big, deep inhale. Exhale, maybe gently hinge a little bit deeper. If this is too much, that's okay. Relax if you need to. Take a pause. One more breath. Release the fingertips and then again round over. And again, this is that feeling of our beach ball in front of us, not trying to shove our head close to our knee, simply rounding through the back of the spine. Slowly roll yourself up to an easy seat again. Unravel that leg, and I want us to let our knee fall out to the side. Now, you might need to adjust a little bit. Your leg could be a little bit further away. You could pull it up, bring it down. Not the end of the world if you don't look exactly like me. It's not about that. It's doing what works for you. Sit tall, sit straight here again. Great big inhale. Exhale, let's twist to the right. Inhale, unravel, both hands high. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, unravel, both hands high. Grow tall up and out of the fingertips just like we did before. And maybe take a simple hinge forward. If that's too much, don't worry about it. Stay wherever you need to. One more breath. Round over your beach ball and roll yourself up. Go ahead, stamp that foot on the floor once more. And this time, I want us to take our right hand behind us, just like we were earlier in the day. And then reach your fingertips up nice and high. Roll that shoulder, puff your heart and chest. Find that similar sort of feeling we had. Again, hand can come behind the head to support our neck. Take a big, deep inhale. As you exhale, I want you to curl towards your back hand. Inhale, puff the heart and chest up, look up to the sky. Exhale, curl back towards your hand. Once or twice more on your own breath, whatever feels good for you. Last one. Lift your chest, your heart, your gaze up to the sky. Really think of extending the sternum up. It's like a little string is attached to your sternum, puffing it up to the sky. Take a breath. And rock yourself up to a seat. Extend that leg. Give yourself a little wiggle. Pull your opposite knee in. Now again, we can keep that foot exactly right there, or we can cross it over. And you might notice it feels a little better to have it closer to your ankle or your hip than on your other side. Not the end of the world at all. Once more, thread your fingers underneath your thigh. Sit up tall and straight. Find that great, big, lovely posture. And then a small hinge forward. Full breath here. Exhale, a little bit deeper of a hinge if that feels good. Stay here as long as you want to. No hurry, no rush. And then when you're ready, release and around. Gently roll yourself up to a seat. Uncross that leg. Just like we did before, we'll take our left hand back behind us, right hand up to the sky. Notice again what feels good for you. Do you want to do the exact same thing? Do you want to immediately bring your hand behind your head? Maybe just keeping your gaze up to the sky right now. Or we can do those little curls, those little tiny twists. Nice and supported, very gentle, twisting through our spine, through our torso. And as you feel even from both sides, you can, of course, give yourself a moment here. Give yourself two. Close your eyes and enjoy that feeling. Smile, take a breath, and return upright. Let's extend both feet out in front of us. Give your legs a little shake, and then plant your feet into the floor. Now, I like to open my feet a little bit wider than my hips for this one, and actively flex my feet. I think about pulling my toes up to my face. Hands can be on the floor, behind the thighs, but do think of, again, pulling your thighs towards your chest and then rocking your chest forward. It's like that little string now is pulling your sternum this way. The top of your head is still lifting high and straight. You're drawing your ribs in, opening your shoulders side to side. Take a full deep inhale. Great big sigh out. One more big inhale. Let that go. We're going to walk our feet towards one another, scooch a little closer towards the front edge of the mat, and lie ourselves down. Now just allow your feet to relax wherever feels good for you. Maybe walk them in a little bit closer. I do want them in line with your sitting bones. Hands can come down by your sides, palms into the earth. Almost think of section cupping them down to give yourself a little bit of grip. Find that feeling of imprinting our spine. Remember, that means to press the small of your back down into the mat and broaden your shoulders side to side. Even though, again, this is a relaxing, lovely little class, there is no reason that we can't think about our abdominal muscles turning on, supporting our low back, protecting our lumbar spine. Press deep into your heels without lifting your toes and turn on the back of your thighs. 3 to 5 times. Inhale, peel your pelvis up and find a small, simple bridge. This is not the biggest one you've ever done. Nice and easy, moving through the spine. Exhale, roll yourself right back down to the mat. Inhale, pick up the pelvis, one vertebrae at a time to lift up. Exhale, slowly roll down. You can go faster or slower than I might be going. It is not about doing exactly what I am, but listening to your own body. Maybe on this next one, you want to lift up and stay. Now, if you're holding, you have a couple of options. Sometimes it feels lovely to keep the hips ever so slightly lifted away from the mat. Sometimes you might want to lift up higher. If you want to give yourself a little support, you could take your fingertips and kind of hug your hips, giving your pelvis just a little extra support. As I do that, I am able to open up through my chest a little bit more. I'm able to press down deeply into both of my heels, hugging my inner thighs towards one another and turning on my abdominal muscles, while finding some length both through the front of my hips and through my low back. Take one more big final breath wherever you are and roll all the way down. Go ahead and find a little windshield wiper side to side if that feels nice. And eventually I want us to lift our right foot up and just cross it over the left. Now hands can come to your hips. They could be out to the side in a T, or you could even clasp them behind your head if you need to give yourself a little more support. There are lots of options. But from here, we're going to do some teeny tiny twist. All I want you to do is take a big inhale Big breath out, relax. Now, very small, I want you to inhale and let your knees fall over to the left. And then as you exhale, bring yourself back. Now notice, I am not going all the way down to the ground. I'm not letting my knees fall all the way over. Right now, it's just a little twist back and forth. You can kind of think of it as that same little curl we were doing when we were in our seat earlier. So we inhale to lightly twist over, exhale to pull ourselves back up. It can be a big twist for some of us, just to lie flat and send those legs over. So sometimes it feels nice to give ourselves a gentle warm up before we take a great big one. Go ahead, return to center, uncross your right leg, and let's cross our left over and repeat to the other side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to relax. And then inhale, little tiny twist. Exhale, return. Inhale, little tiny twist. Exhale, return. Once or twice more on your own time. And then as you feel even from our first side, let's unravel our left leg, cross the right back over. And this time, you are welcome to take the full twist if you want to. Now, there are plenty of variations for us to do here. You can keep your legs twisted just as they are with that little crossover, but it might feel better to either lift them up or even find a figure four as you twist. There are many variations of a supine twist. Your left hand could come on top of your right thigh if that feels nice, or you could keep it out and away. Your nose can stay pointed up to the sky, or we could even take our gaze towards our right side, deepening that twist if it feels nice in our body. Take a full breath in. Big, easy sigh out. Another great big inhale here. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Pull yourself back when you're ready. Unravel that leg, cross the other over, and take your same twist to our second side. Notice it does not have to be exactly the same. Maybe on this side, you don't have as much motion. Maybe you don't have that same range in your body, and that's okay. Remember, having differences is both normal and expected. So things don't have to look exactly the same. Right now, for me, it feels better to do this twist with my figure four kind of motion instead of a total crossover. But it is up to you. One or two more breaths here. And then eventually unravel. Release your feet wherever you want to. And let's just lie flat on our mat. Hands could be on top of your chest and your stomach, out to the sides, palms up or down. Wherever you are, close your eyes and let yourself relax. Give yourself permission to be still. And take a moment here and just think about all of the work your body has done for you throughout this class, throughout your day. And as you give yourself permission to be still, thank your body for absolutely everything it does for you. And just feel so proud, so strong. Take an inhale on 1. Exhale on 2. Deep breath in on 3. Let it go on 4. And in your own mind, continue to count each breath all the way up to 10. And with each count, with each breath, allowing your body to soften, to relax a little bit more. Hopefully allowing any tension, any resistance just to melt away. Remember, you can always stay as long as you want to in this position. Shavasana, your final resting pose, is all about what works best for you. Maybe you want to ignore me for the remainder of class and stay here. Go right ahead. But as you feel ready to move on with your day, simply start to wiggle the toes, to roll the ankles and wrists. Eyes can stay open or you could flutter them. Eyes can stay closed or you can flutter them open. But simply wake your body up however feels best for you. Big or small, fast or slow, there is no one right or wrong way. But you can eventually roll over and push yourself up to an easy seat. Maybe sit up tall and straight just as we started class. Notice anything that's changed, anything that's shifted in your body. Do you feel a little taller? Do you feel a little more relaxed? Again, no right or wrong answer. Take a big inhale, big breath out. Give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you so much for joining me for a class today. I certainly hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon.